Hello everybody and welcome back. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. Today, we're talking about the Meta Quest 3, and more importantly for some, when will the Quest 2 be abandoned? Now, this is a hot topic for multiple reasons. There's plenty of VR gamers demanding more processing power, larger games, and greater fidelity. But at the same time, millions of people just recently purchased the Quest 2 and would be greatly disappointed to see a predecessor released so soon. So throughout this video, I'll break down everything from Meta's previous headset releases and their eventual discontinuations, to the current state of the Quest 2, why a Quest 3 is needed sooner rather than later, and all of the rumors surrounding the release date of the Quest 3. There are of course links and timestamps in the description, but before we jump in, this video is brought to you by Kiwi Design, one of my favorite sites for VR accessories. They just released some brand new Quest 2 hand straps that'll give you that Valve Index feel and allow you to completely let go of the controllers. They also have plenty of other accessories like controller weights for those of you who work out in VR, cable management systems, and my favorite accessory, their super durable and extra comfy Quest 2 Elite strap. There are links down in the description, and don't forget to use discount code Mateo311 for 5% off and to help support this channel. Okay, so let's start this video off with why would anyone want a Quest 3 right now? Even though the Quest 2 has just recently started peaking with millions of new purchases, there are plenty of other users who've had theirs for over a year and they've made their way through what I call the 5 stages of owning a Quest, which I actually detailed in a separate video I highly recommend you check out. But one of those stages is wanting more out of VR than the Quest 2 has to offer. It might be better graphics, more immersion, or simply titles that are just broader in scale. If you've been playing VR since the start, or you've branched out from the Quest onto PC VR, you'll know there's titles from 2017 through 2019 that greatly exceed anything the Quest 2 has to offer. Many people want these experiences on a mobile headset, and unfortunately, new hardware is the only way to make that possible. Now, there are a few additional reasons which we will go over, but this is the main one, simply wanting a more robust VR experience. There's also the hope that a new headset could bring features like eye, facial, and body tracking, but again, that still equates to just a more robust VR experience. Now, there are others who want a Quest 3 just to make sure that Meta stays ahead of the curve. With rumors of a standalone Index on the way and the PlayStation VR looking extremely promising, Quest fanboys want something to one-up the competition. Now, personally, I'm one of these people looking for an upgrade. I enjoy my Quest 2, it's a great device, but it doesn't deliver the games and experiences I'm looking for. While Resident Evil 4 was truly impressive, it was a 16-year-old game that I previously played, and it's about the best the Quest 2 has to offer. Other titles like Medal of Honor Above and Beyond and Blade and Sorcery Nomad struggle to run smoothly, clearly showing that the Quest 2 can use a boost if we want more than casual titles. So we've answered the question of why people want a Quest 3, but isn't it too soon? After all, consoles go between 6 to 10 years between generations. The Quest 2 is only 14 months old. Isn't this too soon? Well, yes and no. For starters, unlike consoles, the Quest is not only a mobile device, but VR also comes with its very own specific hurdles. When developing for a console, you don't have to worry about things like power consumption and weight. The main limiting factor is the price tag. Console development can strive for the biggest performance per dollar. The Quest, on the other hand, needs to make additional trade-offs for weight, battery life, and comfort. The closest console comparison is the Nintendo Switch, but again, it doesn't have all of the same limitations, and it only needs to drive a single 720p screen. The odds are stacked up against the Quest 2, so it's basically a miracle we actually have a product this good. So when you're operating with such tight parameters, little changes can make a big difference. Better cooling could allow for higher frequencies on the currently underclocked XR2 chipset. Eye tracking combined with foveated rendering could allow for a significant performance boost, and so on and so forth. In truth, Meta has actually already discontinued the original Quest 2 model because the specs weren't up to snuff. I'm referring to the original 64GB model, which I spent months telling people would be too small as VR titles matured. Having a device that can only fit your 2 favorite titles is just unacceptable. So with all of these limitations, the lifespan of a mobile VR headset will most likely be about half of your typical console, something around maybe 3 to 5 years. So yes, it's still a bit too early. New Questers have plenty of content to keep them satisfied for the next year, and Meta still has zero competition in the mobile VR space. So the next question is, when will we get the Quest 3? Or more importantly, when will the Quest 2 be discontinued? Okay, so obviously this topic will include some speculation. Even though I do frequently speak with people who work for Meta or develop for the Quest, no one will officially give up that information, and only Meta truly only knows when new products will drop. That being said though, rumors surrounding VR tend to be dead on, and it is officially confirmed that the Quest 3 and another headset codenamed Cambria are in development, but there's very little more that's officially known. Cambria will be a higher-end headset with additional bells and whistles, such as eye tracking and full color pass-through. It won't directly replace the Quest 2. Meta is only expecting to sell a few million of these headsets, and it will most likely be used to test feature adoption. It doesn't matter if millions of people are claiming to want a specific feature if consumers and developers don't end up using it. So Cambria will be a bit of a feature test with maybe a minor increase on specs. Now, the rumor mill wants us to believe that Meta will officially announce the Project Cambria headset and the Quest 3 at this year's Facebook Connect, or I guess now it'll be called Meta Connect. And then shortly after, those headsets will release. Now, if these rumors are true, the best unofficial source to verify this would be Bloomberg. They've successfully anticipated new releases from Meta as early as 6 months in advance. So maybe we'll hear something from them later this year. Now, I'm personally skeptical that 2 headsets will be revealed and released at the same time. By the 4th quarter of 2022, the Quest 2 will be less than a year old for millions of people who just recently made the purchase. An update so soon is a great way to discourage your base, and Meta has stated that the Quest 2 will live for a very long time, but I wouldn't bet on any generic statements they make. Now let's take a look at the history of releases from Oculus, Facebook, Meta, their official releases over the past 6 years, and they've basically had a new headset every single year except for 2017 and 2021. The discontinued Rift PCVR product line went 3 years between updates, and their mobile hardware was updated in 2018, 2019, and 2020. If you want to split hairs, technically there was an update in 2021, which is the 128GB hard drive increase, which I previously mentioned. Now, when you look at this, you would figure a new headset is right around the corner. But Meta has recently reached that 10 million user goal, and they can't just as easily dump them as they did Oculus Go, Rift, and Rift S users. There's also the issue of development. You can't keep changing the platform on developers. Currently, they're dealing with the original Quest, which is being phased out, the Quest 2, and PCVR. We'll most likely see the discontinuation of the original Quest before we move on to the Quest 3. So based on all of this information, it's clear mobile hardware updates will happen more quickly, but my expectation is a 3 to 4 year lifespan on the Quest product line, with maybe a model refresh somewhere in between. So 2022 might be the year of the non-Quest replacement, Project Cambria, and 2023 would be the year we get a Quest 3, and the Quest 1 basically disappears. With the PlayStation VR 2 expecting to release later this year, a standalone Pimax headset planned, and those Index 2 rumors circling, Meta might have to launch the Quest 3 sooner than later, or they can always go the Nintendo route, where they don't need to outspec the competition, just provide a fun mobile experience. For now though, Meta doesn't have to react to anyone because there is no real competition. Their product is one of a kind. And at the same time, Meta has much greater endeavors for VR than just gaming. Social and workspace applications may greatly expand the lifespan of the Quest 2. Now, what impact that has on hardware releases going forward, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Okay, everybody, that was today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And as always, I'll see you guys on next time.